For our next Disney trip, how do we know which resort hotel to stay at?
Ashley.
Well, how do I know which reservations to make and when?
Ashley.
But seriously, where can I find the best deals on park tickets?
Ashley.
Why do you keep saying Ashley?
Because when it comes to travel and Disney planning, Ashley is always the answer.
Oh, you mean Ashley Dixon from Adventure Awaits by Ashley, of course.
Yes, she knows all the tricks, tips, secrets, and more to make your next vacation easy, enjoyable, and absolutely magical.
And take it from me, you can never have too many Ashleys in your life.
To book your next trip, contact Ashley at Adventure Awaits by Ashley, and be sure to mention that the Wonderful Thing About Disney podcast sent you.
We just found a whole new way to enjoy our trips to the Disney parks. Where in the Park is a signature theme park seek and find game. Each game features images showcasing unique and often overlooked details inside the parks. Players explore the park at their own pace, looking for each image. Play solo or team up with friends and family. This makes the perfect addition to a park day, whether it's your first visit or your 100th. What's even better is that it's not only for Disney. Where in the Park offers packs for theme and amusement parks across the country. Make sure to check out Where in the Park and all the different games they have to offer. Use our code WONDERFUL at checkout for 10% off your next purchase. Happy searching.
Hi, I'm Jake.
And I'm Ashley.
And this is the Wonderful Thing About Disney podcast.
Because Disney's a wonderful thing. Come on down, stop on by, hop a carpet, and fly with us as we discuss the parks, treats, and all things Disney, with new episodes every wonderful Wednesday.
Everybody, here we
Happy Wonderful Wednesday, Dinglehoppers. We're back, and this is the one you've been waiting for. This is the spicy one.
The spicy one.
Hot takes are back, and if hot takes are back, you know who else is back?
Ashley.
Ashley from Adventure Waits by Ashley. Girl, how are you?
Oh my gosh. Hey y'all, I'm so good. It's spicy
Yes.
time.
That's
Spicy
Gotta
time.
love it.
the most wonderful time of the year.
Yes.
Yes, of course. Everything's better with a little bit of spice and
Right?
tequila, but whatever.
There we go. There we go. The
Yes.
perfect pairing.
Yes.
Well, hey, before we get into this and kind of lay the groundwork for the episode today, because there's a little
Yeah.
bit of a different twist to
Yeah.
it. What's new with you? What's going on in your world?
Well, as you know, you're always in there and I so appreciate it. Y'all are so great. The Theme Park Tavern is on Twitch every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. We go from 8 to 10. It is so much fun, y'all. We watch old POV videos of rides and shows that are no longer at any of the Disney parks. And we also have like branched out to do international parks, which has been a lot of
Yes.
fun. And we have some people in there that are from Paris, so they talk about like what goes on there. So it's super fun to kind of get their perspective. And you guys have been to Paris, so I have not gotten the luxury of going to Disneyland Paris yet, but I'm super excited for that. But it's so fun, and it's a good way to see like how different the costumes are and all the different stuff. So we do that, and then we do trivia, and then we normally end with some very, speaking of spice, hear me out. So those always get crazy and wild in there. I do always warn everyone, but when we get to that part, it's very much like Jake and Ashley's their what
The
they did on
Patreon
the Patreon,
exclusive.
right?
Yeah. Put the
The
kids
Disney
to
After
bed for
Dark.
this part.
Yes.
Right, exactly. So it's super fun. We'd love to have y'all. I am doing a promotion that we are doing the once I hit 100 subscribers, I'm giving away $100 gift card from from Disney.
And you're getting close too. Like it's growing. The crew is growing.
I
It's
know,
awesome.
I know. And that, the gift card is awesome because it can be used towards anything. You can do it towards parks, you can do it towards the store, you can do it towards your vacation. So, and $100, like I know things are tight, but $100 still means
It
something.
goes a long
So,
way. Yeah.
so it's super fun, and you can subscribe for free if you have a Prime subscription. So a lot of people are just doing that. So it's super fun. Like I said, we'd love to have any and everyone in there. It's getting rowdy, and we invite all people to come in. So
Love it.
Love it.
Well, and it like that already is cool enough.
Mhm.
But wait, there's more. Because we're
oh
going
yeah,
cruising.
We're going cruising.
Exactly. And I think that like that's my biggest thing too, right? And even like cultivating the tavern and other things, it's really, really hard post college to find friends when you're an adult,
Yeah.
right? That
Yeah.
aren't attached to your kids or somehow your family. Like it's just
Hmm.
hard. But really meeting this community, like that's what we came to do. And I think I know we've gotten some comments like, oh, are you doing this because you're influencing or you're out doing content? It's like, no, we're doing it because we want to meet people. We're
Yeah.
Hmm.
adults, like we have similar interests, and like just providing that space to really meet people, come together and hang out. And there's going to be fun little activities, and I'm super excited about that, whether that's door decorating contests um, or
Costume
any of the
contest.
costume
Trivia. Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, exactly. And you can, the thing that I love, because we talked about a lot too, is like you can, participate as much or as little as you want,
Hmm.
right? Like, because some
Yeah.
people are like, I don't want to be overwhelmed. I want to be on vacation. I want to turn off my brain. You do that.
Yep.
Yeah.
But if you want to just come to one thing, come to one thing. If you want to come to everything, come to everything. We're not overloading your schedule, but we just want to provide a space where adults can genuinely meet each other and just like vibe the way we used to,
Yeah.
college and pre-college, right? So
Absolutely. Well, and this is one thing that I've
exactly.
loved too is, we went on our first cruise last year, and again,
Hmm.
we're officially cruise people now because we just want to do it again. But this is where you've now planned trips, plural, multiple
Hmm.
for us. And, by
Yeah.
working through you and taking
Hmm.
all the headache out of it, it makes it very easy. And then also you can actually arrange for us to be sitting kind of in the same area at meal times. And so again, just provide
Hmm.
opportunities to interact with
Yeah.
friends, but also still respect that we're all having our own vacations. And I love that. So you make things so easy. So, where can everyone find you if they want to find out more information and book their trip?
Yeah, you can find me at Adventure Weights by Ashley on all my socials. So feel free to DM me if you want any information on that. Or you can also email me at adventureweightsbyashley@gmail.com. That's going to be the best line of communication. And even if it's just to get a quote, kind of see what it is, like definitely if you're adding some people in there, you can add up to 3 adults into one stateroom. You can really mitigate that cost overall. So it's
Love
super
that.
exciting and very affordable. So I'm very excited, just to see what we get. Like I will say, and I'm not doing this like to push anyone in either direction, but right now, the most affordable rooms are getting scarce and they're few and far between. There's
Hmm.
still plenty of the veranda rooms, the ones that are a little bit of a higher tier. But if you guys are wanting to do like the most cost effective, my suggestion is to, reach out to me and at least put down a deposit, because then you're
Yeah.
locking in that room and you're locking in that rate, which is super awesome. And then, we can go from there. But, you do have up to the 90 days before, any kind of cancellations or anything. So I can definitely
Love
walk
it.
you through it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then I heard
Yeah.
a rumor that if they book through
Uh,
you, there's even a special little extra.
yeah. So if you book through me, you get a $50 Disney gift card. I know. Some more goodies. And that's per stateroom, right? So
Yeah.
I did have a family reach out to me and they needed 2 staterooms that are going to be with us, which is awesome. And so they're essentially getting two $50 gift cards. So it's going to be awesome. And then I also
Great.
do a custom ornament, a Christmas ornament. You guys have gotten one for me. So anyone who books
Yes.
with me, I always try and customize it to like your name, and this will be like the ship that we go on and the date. So it'll be super
Love
fun,
it.
and I'm super excited to give all that out. And then I also do like a customized packing list and things like that before, because if you've never cruised before, there's little things that you just don't
Yeah.
realize that you need, or just something very similar. Like, Ashley, I know when you guys got on it, your tags came off, right,
Yeah.
with
Yeah,
your luggage.
They
they
totally
did.
did.
And
Yeah.
right, and exactly. And so I even suggest you can get them on Amazon super cheap. They're plastic ones that never come off, right? And so
Hmm.
they're meant to go through like some hard lifting, and also
Yeah.
water, because you're near water, right? A lot of people
Yeah.
don't think like, why should we put a paper thing
Right.
near water? But they do. So just little things like that. I like to, just again, you don't have to get anything, but it's just like stuff that you don't think about if you're not a
Right.
constant cruiser.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, come cruise with us on the
No,
Disney Destiny.
in September. It's going to be
Yes.
epic.
Yeah,
Yes.
14th through the
Yes.
18th.
So can't
Yeah,
wait.
14th through
Can't
the
wait.
18th on the Disney Destiny, which is the brand new ship, which is super exciting.
Yep.
And it's also their Halloween on the high seas. It's going to be the very first time that this particular cruise, like ship, has gone through a Halloween. Think about that.
That's
And they have
awesome.
the
Yes.
Haunted Mansion on, yeah, the Haunted Mansion Lounge on it. But like, I
That
think
looks
that
so
that's even
cool.
just
Yeah.
crazier. That and
Yeah.
then Cruella de Vil's thing, like they're very
Yeah.
much leaning into kind of the villain spooky vibe.
Yeah.
So I
Love it.
think adding that plus the Halloween vibe, and then it being the first, I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and shout out to Justin from Foolish Mortals and Happy Haunts, who's also
Yes.
kind of co-hosting this with us. You guys, he is kind of the Haunted Mansion guy. Like
Yes.
he may have, if not for sure, the largest Haunted
Yeah.
Mansion collection anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
And nobody knows more about the Haunted Mansion than he does. So if that's your vibe, now's your chance to come interact with him and with us too. We're all going to learn together and just
Mhm.
have fun. But again, we hope to see you guys there. It'll be
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be a hitchhiking ghost with Justin, like on
Yes.
Justin. Like I'm just going to be like, I'm like, you like this, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm just another
Right.
hitchhiking ghost.
That's right.
We'll follow you home.
That's right.
Right? Exactly.
So for us,
Yeah.
I think the big news then, besides the cruise, is coming up in just a couple weeks.
Yeah.
March Madness is back.
March Madness is back. Yeah, so we announced this, I think, 2 episodes ago, but we are doing our March Madness bracket again. It is going to be Disney villains. So again, very similarly, we will have 4 different regions.
Mhm.
You'll vote every day on our Instagram, and then yeah.
So you guys will be able to have the chance to submit brackets.
Mm-hmm.
Starting now, I believe we're already taking
Mm-hmm.
brackets and stuff.
Yep.
So we will keep track of everything. Remember, you're just trying to predict which villain will be the most popular, like the
Yes.
best Disney villain. And I
Yeah.
know sometimes that's hard.
Not your favorite.
We vote with our
Yeah.
hearts. But if you want to win,
Yeah.
and there will be prizes, and again, a Disney gift card for the winner,
Yep.
because we love them. Yeah, try and see if you can guess or predict the greatest Disney villain and come play with us. It gets wild. Last year, there were a couple days that it was only like 1 or 2 votes down to the last minute.
Seriously, yeah.
Cannot confirm nor deny that burner accounts were created.
Not by
try-
us.
No,
Not by us.
Not by us, but by others.
Yes.
Maybe someone in
It
this chat, maybe not. I don't know.
maybe. It's hard to say. It was so good. But with all that,
Yeah,
let's get to what y'all came here for. Because last year
I'm scared.
we met Ashley, we were talking, we're like, we would love to have you on the podcast. What type of topic should we
Mhm.
discuss? And we landed on hot takes. And did they ever get spicy? Because for a very long time, this was the largest episode we'd ever had.
Yeah.
And everyone loved it. Almost
Loved
too
them.
much.
Yeah, loved them.
So we thought we
The
should run it back.
spiciest.
Yes.
But this time it's with a different wrinkle.
Yeah.
We want to read your hot takes.
Yes. So none of these
Mhm.
are our hot takes. They are ones that were submitted to us via email,
Yep.
Instagram, TikTok, whatever it might be, through your
Discord,
tavern. Like,
all
yeah,
sorts of places.
all of the hot takes.
Yep.
Yeah, so you have to go after them, not us now. Okay,
Yes.
so pitchforks, like don't shoot the messenger.
They're not us.
Not us.
Right.
We are just vessels. We are just speaking for
Just
the
vessels.
people. Okay.
Yes.
We're the voice of the people. They don't
Yep.
want to be,
Yes.
they want to be anonymous mouses, and that's fine.
I
That's
love
okay.
that.
We're gonna let you know what's
But
happening.
Yeah.
We'll share our thoughts just
Oh,
as
for
objective
sure.
observers. But again, torches and pitchforks, take it somewhere else. This is not us.
Yeah.
We are just messengers.
Just messengers.
Messengers.
This will be great. This will be great. But as we always do, you know, we've kind of organized some of the heavy hitters, but we have some honorable mentions, some
Mhm.
ones that are worth sharing, but you know, I don't know, maybe just weren't quite as spicy. We're saving those for a little later. But Ashley, do you have any honorable mentions for us? Some that you were like, you know, this deserves mentioning. Let's talk about it.
I do. I have
Okay.
quite, I mean, we'll let's just get started, right? Let's just
Yeah.
throw
Let's do it.
ourselves right in the fire. So one that I got that I thought was very interesting is Dinosaur at Animal Kingdom is better than Indiana Jones at Disneyland.
What?
Interesting.
Who says that?
Oh, and I think we all need to preface all of this by reminding everyone that a hot take isn't something that everyone agrees on. A hot take
Right.
is
Yeah.
not, we want free fast passes back.
Yeah.
We want Magical Express. Like we all collectively as a community want those things back. This is stuff where you're like, who who said that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
You
this
are
one
your own little
qualifies.
island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone has their preference, but again, very similar ride structures, but I feel like Indiana Jones is head and shoulders above Dinosaur.
Yeah. I would agree. I
Yeah,
mean,
I mean,
Is it
especially
the
at the end, that
nostalgia?
poor thing.
Like,
But at the end, it got real bad, guys. Like at the end, once they finally announced like we're getting rid of it, it was just like at one point it was just black curtains and projections of dinosaurs, of pterodactyls. Uh-huh. Yeah. So I mean, God bless. It's cute. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna say that a lot because you guys, these are
yeah.
honorable mentions. Like these didn't even make my list. So
Oh
yeah,
boy.
it's a crazy one.
Wow. Bless their
Um
hearts.
uh, yeah, do you guys have any or do you want me to keep
We have a
going?
couple, but give us
Yes.
another one.
Um okay, Disneyland needs to get rid of Avengers Campus.
wow.
Wow. Just like
Okay.
get rid of it because we don't like it or bring back Bugs Land? Like what more are we talking about? Or is it just they need to get rid of it?
Um They didn't specify. I have heard a lot of people want Bugs Land back. I have heard that. So that I
Yeah,
have heard.
From you.
I will say it wasn't as an interactive as, and again, I'm not an Avengers Marvel
sure.
girly. I
Okay.
like them, but I'm not like I didn't get the interaction that I think I was hoping for. And again, I
Hmm.
don't
Okay.
know if maybe I'm like I don't know if I'm expecting more. I don't know. I this wasn't mine. I just thought that that was very interesting. Again, I know you're a big fan, Jake. That's why I had to put it on the
Well,
honorable mentions.
yeah. I mean, again, I will acknowledge that I am sad that Bugs Land is gone because Bugs Land was really cool. It was shaded, it was very
Yeah.
immersive, and you felt like when you walked in there, especially if you started right at the entrance watching It's Tough to Be a Bug and then came out the exit, like it really did make you feel like you got shrunk, like Honey, I Shrunk the
Right,
Kids level.
right.
And it was cute. It was quaint. There was shade. I know we actually had shade in
Yeah.
DCA. It was amazing. But that being said, I mean, I get why they leaned into Avengers Campus. It's like this enormous
Totally.
behemoth of a cinematic universe, and
Hmm.
they're adding to it. So just to be like, no, just get rid of it. I'm like, well, I don't know
Yeah.
that we can go that far. I'd more like buy into I want Bugs Land back. That I could get
Hmm.
behind.
Yeah, and I think like when it first opened, everyone was like, "Oh my gosh!" Like the excitement was there, and the excitement has definitely worn off.
Yeah.
They are adding more characters into the park that you can meet, but I think once that expansion is done, it's going to be a completely different land.
Yeah, it's gonna go crazy too.
Yeah,
And when we were there a couple weeks ago,
you can just see the construction.
that
It's
structure
massive.
enormous.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that means. You know, is it one of those that like, hey, Guardians of the Galaxy and Epcot, it's enormous, but you only get to experience a small part of it from the outside? Or if it's like, no, this opens up the plaza even more. It'll be
Yeah.
interesting to see.
Yeah. But yeah, that is a hot take. Get rid of it just totally.
Yeah,
All right.
I like it. Okay. All right, babe. What's yours? Give us one that you had on your honorable mention list.
Okay, so we had Sarah Claire over on Instagram. She sent this to us. She said there's not a single ride I would wait over 80 minutes for in Walt Disney World. Which,
Ooh.
I mean, I don't know, because part of me
Mm.
is like 80 minutes is a lot, but there are rides that I love that I'm like, no, it's a must ride every time I'm there.
I mean, 80 minutes is like, I think maybe 90 is my sweet spot of like, yeah, I really have to want something bad to wait over 90 minutes, but I'd probably wait 90.
Hmm.
I don't know, Ashley, what are you thinking?
Oh, I mean, yeah, there are some rides I'll definitely rate over 80 minutes for, even as an annual pass holder, which is hard, right? Because I'm
Sure.
very picky now about what I wait for and what I won't as an annual pass holder. And how great is it now that you guys are annual pass holders? Like, isn't
Yeah,
it like, doesn't it
Yeah.
take the relief off of it if you don't get to everything?
Yeah.
totally.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, but yeah, there will definitely be things that I will wait over 80 minutes.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you think about it, that's like an hour and 20 minutes, right? if anything
Hmm.
breaks down and you're like you're in that, yeah, I would. I would. There's some gems in there. I would do it.
Yeah. Okay. So
Hmm.
what's the longest you would wait for a ride?
What's the longest I've ever waited for a
Or
ride?
that you would wait? Like, no, I think this is my limit. If it's over X amount of minutes, like nothing's worth that.
Well, that's a hard question to answer, and I'll tell you why. Because I the longest I've ever waited for a ride is 5 hours.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was opening day at for Toy Story Mania in DCA. And so I
Okay.
actually got to see the army men. They like dove out of planes and they like actually like it
Stop
was really
it.
cool. It
That's
was so
legit.
cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is cool. Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like that's an opening day attraction, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
like you're gonna wait. So that like are
For
we
sure.
talking
Yeah.
something that I've already ridden? What would I ride? Like I'm not waiting over 90 minutes, Jake. I think that's a
Right.
good like yeah, if
Yeah.
something I
Yeah.
love and I've already ridden it, I'm not waiting over 90 minutes. Again, if it's an opening day attraction, if you get a special pin or a like because you got
Hmm.
all this special merch for being there on opening day.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
different.
Yeah.
Very cool. I like it. I like
Yeah.
it.
So yeah, I think that that's where I struggle. But where would you guys like? What would you guys say?
I think 90 minutes is a good. I mean, it's hard because for me, I'm like, do I hate Genie Plus and the Lightning Lanes? Yes, absolutely. Am I going to buy them? Yes, absolutely. So it's hard for me to be like, oh, I'll wait over 60 minutes. I think,
Yeah.
like, I don't know. I'd lean more towards like the 60 than the 90. But if it's a ride of like that I love, like Big Thunder Mountain, as much
Yeah.
as I don't want to wait in that line, like I love that ride. So yeah, I would wait more than an hour for that.
Okay. That's fair.
But I
That's
don't know.
fair. All right, Ashley, hit us with another honorable mention.
Okay, Mine Train is the most overrated ride on property.
You know, we have a hot take that's very similar to that as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do
we
you want to save it or you
It,
want to talk about
Miss
it? Cause yeah, Mine Train, I don't know. I get why people might think that because it's not the longest ride in the world, but it's one of my
hmm
favorites
yeah.
because it's smooth. It's got this rocking element to it. It's got multiple picture spots on there.
hmm
There's some really cool stuff. I personally disagree with that.
Well, and even the queue line is interactive too, which I understand if you're waiting that long, you're gonna need something to keep the kids occupied. But yeah, I love that ride.
Yeah.
I don't think it's overrated.
agreed.
Not the
I
most
agreed.
overrated for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
again, people wait a lot longer for a lot less on other things like Peter Pan.
Oh my God, don't hate on Peter Pan.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, I agree. I totally agree. So that's why I thought that that was a little like, oh,
Yeah,
okay. And I
that one's
think
out there.
it's fun for adults and kids. Like I feel like
Yeah,
sometimes when you get a little bit
absolutely.
into the kiddie coasters, it's like,
Right.
oh, like you're
Yeah,
doing it for the
Yeah.
kids. And then obviously there's some of the more thrilling rides that the kids can't do. I feel like that kind of is the perfect balance of both. But
right.
Yeah.
I was shocked when they said that. But
Yeah,
but anyway, I look again, messenger,
right.
just the messenger.
Just the messenger. We listen and we don't judge. Well, we do judge
Like maybe a
a
Exactly.
little
little
bit,
bit.
Judge. That's
A
okay.
little bit judging.
Just a
All
little
right,
bit.
here's an easy one for you. Caroline on Instagram says LeFou's brew is gross.
No, not my LeFou.
So here's the thing. The LeFou's brew, for probably like a year or so, at least when you and I have
Yeah,
gone, it was gross. Like I don't know what they did to change it.
I do. They put a little like passion fruit topping and they got rid of the marshmallow.
It was gross. I 100%
It
agree.
wasn't gross. It was
It
just a
was.
different dynamic. It just didn't blend as well on the palate
It was gross. But they have since changed it and it is back to normal
with the
with the
marshmallow.
marshmallow
Yeah.
and it is so much better. I don't think it's gross anymore. It's
I've,
I might need to revisit it because I only have done the OG one, which I think still had the mango one. So maybe they did the mango, then
well,
did the
yeah, I
marshmallow, and
think,
then went back to the
yeah.
OG. I just
Huh.
haven't had it in a while. I like it. The only thing I will say negatively about it is it's very sweet. Like you have to be
Hmm.
ready for some like
hmm.
sweetness. Like
Yeah, it's not tart.
I
It
love
is
it.
sweet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is like it's almost like if like a popsicle like froze, and they're like, these are the remnants of it. Like
Right,
this is a
right.
concentrate. It's like when we were kids and we used to eat the concentrate. Or was that just me?
Okay.
That could have just been me. The frosted
How about
concentrate.
one final honorable mention and then we'll get into the nitty-gritty.
Okay. Magic Kingdom is only loved because of the castle. Everything else is mid.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't look at me. Okay, it's hard because like Magic Kingdom is my park. I love that park, but it's not just because of the castle. I think it's the magic that it brings. And I know you can see princesses and meet characters elsewhere, but I feel like when it's in Magic Kingdom, it just brings that extra aspect of the magic to it. And it has really good rides. Does it have the best food? No, I think we can all agree that the food is not great in Magic Kingdom.
Hmm.
Agreed.
But
Agreed.
I don't know.
Here's where I will give this a little bit of legs. Everyone goes to Magic Kingdom because it's what you're supposed to do.
That I would agree with. Yeah.
However,
Yes.
does it have the best food? No.
No.
Does
No.
it have the best rides? One could argue that it does not,
Yeah. I
No,
mean,
but
it
it has
has
the most rights.
but it
that
has
it
the
does.
most
That it does.
rides.
Yeah, for sure.
It's kind of like how they have, you know this, Ashley, in your world, like they have that special sale where you can do the three other parks for a
Yeah.
discounted rate.
Yes.
They know what they're
Yes.
doing.
Yeah.
We all have to go to Magic
Totally.
Kingdom,
Yeah.
and we always do. It's
Mm.
like, well, we're going to Magic Kingdom and then pick what other park or
Yeah.
parks that you're going to do. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hot, but yet I can kind of see that there's a little bit to it. I don't know.
Yeah. I will say, as someone who was a cast member in Magic Kingdom, that was part of our training. It was literally like there's a certain expectation on this park that is not on
Yeah.
any other parks. Like they literally told us, hey, if someone has the negative experience at Magic Kingdom, their entire
Oh,
trip is
yeah.
ruined. Now, if someone has a bad experience everywhere else at all three other parks, but has an amazing, overwhelmingly magical experience at
Yep.
Magic Kingdom, their trip was amazing. So
Yeah.
Yep.
like I think that's also hard too, is like we had to like almost carry this weight of like we will
Yeah.
make or break your entire
Vacation.
trip. And a lot of
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
say, they have to always start and end. We called it the bookmarks. We were the
Mm.
bookmark park. So you always had to
Yep.
start and end with Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
And so I do get it, but I mean, to Ashley's point, let's take away the castle. Like I can't imagine a life without Space Mountain, Haunted
True.
Mm-hmm.
Mansion,
Yeah.
Pirates of the
Pirates.
Pirates. Yeah.
Caribbean.
Jungle
Yeah.
Cruise. Yeah.
Yeah, like that, those to me are so
Yeah.
iconically Disney that like to take
Yeah.
them all away. Like I couldn't just say, okay, get rid of that park.
Right.
Yeah. I
It,
Yeah,
agree.
well said.
so
Well, and to your point, and I know you're an entertainment girly, the entertainment
yes.
is unmatched. Like Magic Kingdom is where the best entertainment is for the entire parks. And that's where, again, to say that it's mid, I think is a little extreme. I mean, the best stuff is there.
Yeah.
So
But again, I still very spicy, and I also I liked how like there's some legs to it. There was some legs
yeah,
to it. We can see
absolutely.
where people are
We can
coming
give
from.
that.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get into the heavy hitters. And there was one that came up, and we did already have this episode on the radar, but I think having seen this on Instagram, this really set the tone for me to want to bring this together and do it up
Mm-hmm.
front. And so we're going to read a post by Sarah at Disney Magic every day.
Mm-hmm.
She's one of our favorite friends overseas. She lives in the UK.
Yeah.
I
But
love
this,
her.
she's
She's great.
amazing. I am just fair warning, like I'm gonna get emotional about this because when she shared this, and we'll be sure and share her original post as well once the episode's
Yeah. Yeah. So
live.
she
But
put a reel out, so we kind of condensed it
yeah,
into our own words.
but like this made me a little emotional. Like
Yeah.
this hits, and I know it's a hot take, but also like this is brutal truth, I
Oh,
think.
yeah.
So, all right. So Sarah says that there has been little family representation on Disney previews over the last few years. You get lots of content creators, lots of influencers, but there's not a lot of perspective of families. And the families are the ones who stay on site and they come back year after year on their own time and their own dime. like the passion for Disney comes not because it's gifted, but because it's truly loved. And the families and like these smaller creators, like they're the ones who truly believe in the magic and they can share it in a way that's real and it doesn't feel like manufactured or scripted, and we dabble in this, the three of us, we all do. Like
Mm-hmm.
we're
Yeah. Right.
sharing things that we kind of need to be sensitive because again, we want to give an unbiased opinion, but also understand like, we don't want to upset anybody. So sometimes it's hard to like give your real feelings. But I think from that perspective of the family versus somebody who's just like gifted a free pass, like it just feels a little hollow. And she said it's not about jealousy, it's just about balance. Disney should mix it up more. Families and big creators, the people that keep coming back and paying, are already some of Disney's greatest storytellers.
Yeah.
It's so true. It's so true.
And I didn't think about it. And when she brought it up, I was like, oh my gosh, is that what we feel like has kind of been lost along the way?
Yeah, it's hard. And she made a point too. She was like she understands that marketing matters, that reach matters. Like of course if you're a big content creator, you're going to reach more people and that is just the facts. However, like I know like for me personally, like for my job, like I am a storyteller. That is what I do in my writing. And to be just missing that element, I totally understand. It's just those content creators are just out there taking pictures, they're taking videos to see what looks good and then posting it. Whereas if you invited those smaller creators, those families, you have a now completely different spin on it and you're also gaining a completely different audience too. It's like all of a sudden that mom is like, "Oh, well if that family can go, then I can go too. Look at what those kids are doing in
Yeah.
this new park. Oh, well my kids could do that too."
I want
Not
that for me.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like a great example is the Moana water experience at Epcot, right? When that first came out in the previews and everything, and I'm including AP in there, I'm including like people dogged on it. They hated it. They were like, this isn't worth it. This doesn't belong here, all this stuff. Um, and it's crazy to me that in the last 10 years, both Moana and Frozen have been in the top five, like most watched
Hmm.
movies, most streamed movies, still to this
Hmm.
day. Like they're in the top
Yeah.
10, right? And I remember taking, my niece and other kids to that and they loved it. They were like, this is
Hmm.
the coolest thing ever. And they got to learn about water and what makes water
Yeah.
and this. And they were learning and they got to put their hands underneath and make noise. And then I'm just like, yeah, this is what it's for. Like, I mean, I feel like sometimes we forget, right? We get in these like mindsets of like, we want Disney to bring back our childhood. And I'm talking about like
Yep.
kids who
Yeah.
grew up in the 90s or 80s, right? Like we want our childhood back. And we also forget like it's also for these kids too. Like we're bringing back these kids' lives. So anyway, I just think that it's so true. And like, sometimes it's not always about the influencers or what you see on TikTok or Instagram. Like your experience might not be someone else's experience.
Yeah.
So just always take that with a grain of salt too. But I would love to see more authentic um children interaction, right? Because kids don't
Yeah.
Hmm.
lie. Like they're
Yep.
It's
brutal sometimes.
it's
Sometimes you're
true.
like you could soften it a little, but I mean, I think that would be really successful is to have almost like a little like kids show, like not a kid show,
Yeah.
but you know what I mean. There's always kids reviewing toys. Like why aren't kids
Absolutely.
Yeah.
reviewing Disney?
Yeah.
Yep. Those
Exactly.
those commercials that used to be all about like the kids'
Hmm.
perspective, and sometimes Disney still makes them, but like those
Yeah.
old commercials, the ones that really get you in the feels,
Yeah.
miss those.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Our next one comes from our other friend Sarah over on Instagram. She had several, but it's really the last one that I think is the hot take. So she said Skyliner over monorail. I will die on that hill. She said that to make Peter Pan worth waiting over 30 minutes for, they should hand out Mickey bars or pretzels. And then her last one, she said the pre-COVID fast passes weren't nearly as good as our memories make them sound.
There it is. There's the spice.
Yeah. So,
Wow.
Ashley, thoughts?
Okay, I was with her. I was like, okay, I can jump on this until the very end because OG like paper fast passes were amazing. And I will tell you why. Because at the end of the day, if you could not, for whatever reason, use your fast pass, you were park hopping, you were doing whatever, and you saw someone that was also a party of four or whatever, and you're like, hey, do you guys want this? As they're walking in, and you got to
Yes.
make the magic as a
Mm-hmm.
guest, you got to make the magic for someone else.
Yeah.
There is nothing else that's untapped to that. And like
Yeah.
that is humanity, and like that didn't cost anything. And like I used to love that. And so to me, that's a no for me. Like that is a hot take only because I remember being able to do that. Or I remember being gifted one. I mean, I'm sure y'all do too.
Yep.
Like
Mm-hmm.
you just be
Yeah.
walking and someone be like, "Oh, hey, like we're leaving or our
We
kid
can't
doesn't want to
use
ride
this.
this. Can
Hmm.
yeah, can you do you guys want them?" And you're like, "Yeah." There was no strings attached, nothing.
And
It
it
was
was
just pure
free.
magic given out by other
Yep.
guests. And I think that like they got magic in it in themselves. So, but that's the only thing the other two, I mean, of course, who doesn't want a Mickey bar? I
Right.
mean, I'll wait 15 minutes for a Mickey bar. So yeah. All the other ones I agree with, but that last little statement, I was like, oof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think you just nailed it. Like I have no notes and nothing to add from that. But I mean, even today we were at Bath and Body Works and we were getting the new princess collection.
Yep.
And the lady in front of us turned around and said, hey, do you want this 25% off coupon? I can't
I'm
use
gonna
it.
use it. And I was like,
What
yeah,
a
I'll use it.
But you're right, Ashley. That
It
used
just,
to happen on the
yep.
regular. Like
Yeah.
I
yeah,
gave some fast passes to people, people gave them to me. Um, you're right. That's lost. And I don't think enough people think of it in that way. They're more just like, well, I like that I didn't have to pay for Genie Plus or Lightning Lanes. That wasn't it. That's not what we
Yeah.
missed. It's that.
right.
I will say the only thing is the thing that I don't miss about the old fast pass system is actually having to go to the ride because if I'm all the way over at like Jungle Cruise and I'm like, oh, the kids want to ride Space Mountain. Well, now I have to walk all the way over to Space Mountain just to get my fast pass. And my return time is 2 hours later. But on the very opposite end of that spectrum, now I'm spending all day on my phone because I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
now my fast
yeah,
pass for Space Mountain is 8 p.m. Let me see if I can get it down to 2 p.m. So it's just, yeah.
Yeah.
It's tough, but yeah.
Well said. Well said.
thank you. Oh,
Give
thank
it.
you.
Give us one of your bangers, Ashley. Let's go. We're warmed up now.
Let's do it.
All right, we're ready. We're ready. Olga's is the worst bar on property.
Whoa.
Wow.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
okay. I love Star Wars. So I'm gonna like get a little prickly about this, but I do know that it was a different vibe the first time I went in there. I did not know what to expect,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it achieved its design. But again, that's not what I expected because it was a little hectic. You're not guaranteed a place to sit down. You're squishing in with other people, but I think that kind of lends to what they were trying to accomplish,
Mm-hmm.
and I think they nailed it even more with the Beacon Barrel
Yeah.
because yeah, you get stuck with
Yeah.
strangers, but it's more of a tavern vibe, you know?
Yeah.
Whereas this like Galaxy Cantina, like it was a little harder to like
Mm-hmm.
nail that, but I don't know. I can think of other places that I dislike more than Oga's Cantina. I don't know. Am I crazy?
No, I think the first time that we did Oga's, it was actually still like COVID protocol. So it
Correct.
wasn't busy
Mhm.
because you were kind of at a table by yourself. Your server, you kind of had one all to yourself. We did have to stand, but there have been times that we've been back that there are people who were like, oh, well, I don't want to stand. And they're like, okay, well, if you don't want to stand, then you have to leave and you miss your spot. And there are people who literally just like walk out. So I can see where that experience,
Yeah.
some people don't like that. But to your point, it's not the worst.
I mean, I think they've got a good selection of drinks and snacks. I mean, like
Yeah.
some of the food I thought was really good there. I don't know,
Yeah.
Ashley, what do you think?
I am not a Star Wars girly. And
Right.
I have had maybe let's just call it the worst luck at Olga's. I've been three
Okay.
times, and every single time I've been at the same table.
Oh
And
no.
I've had to stand with the same exact table. Like it's not like, oh, the other one. And I've always had to stand with two other families so much that we couldn't even stand like all facing the table. We all had to go sideways. Like to
Oh,
get
that's
to
Oh,
your
lame.
see that?
table, you
Yeah.
had to be sideways. So I I will say great theming. So it's hard to say when it says worst, like that's hard. But
Yeah.
when it comes to actual experience, I'm I kind of see it. I
Yeah.
like, you're on your feet all day and you kind of don't want to be on your feet. And then it's like, I mean, if it's during the summer and the
Mhm.
just deodorant isn't up to
Yeah.
par,
No,
it's on
that,
its
yeah.
last leg.
Yeah,
It's
That's
for
a
just like,
sure.
I don't want to be.
Yeah.
different type of spice at that point, but spice
Exactly.
Yeah.
nonetheless.
Yeah, Old Spice is not doing it. It's a different spice.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I see it, but worst bar is a little rough.
Yeah.
But
So is it more that you have to stand? Because again, at the Beak and Barrel, you do not have to stand.
There are a
there are
handful of
areas that you do have to
standing
stand.
places.
There's areas that you have
I
to
feel
stand.
like the majority of it is sitting, but yeah, they do have
Okay.
places where you have to stand.
Yeah.
So, but there's a lot
The
more
first
standing at
time,
Oga's.
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
the first time I went, I had to stand.
Oh,
And there was
interesting.
no option to sit down because I actually did want to sit down and I asked because there was like literally three chairs right next to us that weren't filled and we're like, can we sit here? And they were like, no. So I was
Boo.
like, oh, okay. But it was
Great.
awesome
Boo.
because it was right in front of the bar and it was right in front of the show. I just didn't understand that. But yeah, it is the same thing. But it was nice. There was more space and I could like move around and I had full, like, I think that that's my thing is like, I just want to be able to like fully face the table
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like move around,
Yeah.
right? Like for me to
that's
like
fair.
slide in like I'm at
Yeah.
like a college party is just not my
Yeah,
vibe
College
in
party.
my late 30s. Well,
Yeah.
you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Where you're
Yeah.
just
that's
like, I
fair.
don't
For
know, what
sure.
is it? Am I touching something sticky? I don't know. Is it mine? Is it yours? I don't know either. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, I still thought it
Oh,
was very spicy. It made my top five.
I like
Love
it.
it.
Like it. Okay. Well, I've got one for you ladies from Corey over on Patreon. So thanks for being a Patreon member, Corey.
Ooh.
Elton John carried Can You Feel the Love Tonight? The actual scene in the movie didn't. Ashley.
I mean, I've got thoughts, but I mean, we've got Ashley thoughts
No,
because
I would love to hear your thoughts. I don't know. Like I'm kind of I don't know. It's
Listen,
surprising for sure.
I mean, the mood did go from 0 to 60 pretty quick. Timon's just like fratting it up with his boys, and then all of a sudden he's nuzzling up to his childhood bestie. Um, Emotions were running high, I guess.
I mean, like it's Elton John, and I get that I think his version was definitely better than the song in the movie, but like to say that Elton John carried it, I don't know.
Ashley.
the way that Nala looks at Simba, there's no
Yes.
way you can say that he carried. I'm sorry. If you guys aren't gonna say it, I'm gonna say it. Like, are we just gonna avoid that? Like that no one's gonna bring that up? Like,
The Nala
no,
eyes
the
are a real thing,
The
animation,
y'all.
Nala eyes.
Nala eyes. Like, I'm like, are
Yeah.
we just not gonna talk about that?
I
Because
mean, we
yeah,
we
no.
have two teenage boys, and I feel like the birds and the bees talk kind of revolves around like if a girl gives you the Nala eyes, boys, you better buckle up because things are getting
Buckle.
serious really quick. I mean, the
Yeah.
animation on that alone, like I think we all felt things in that moment, and I'm just gonna shut up now.
But that's what I'm saying. So to say that only Elton John's voice carried it, I'm like, no, no. These
No,
like
that's I
four
agree.
seconds of
That's true.
animation would like to enter the chat.
That's yeah.
Yep, Sir Elton John, he is he's an incredible talent, but let's not shortcut the animators. They created a
Yeah.
vibe for sure.
Facts. I was like, are we just not going to talk about it? I'll talk about it.
Fine.
Moving on.
Moving
Family show.
Yeah, right. Okay. So Justin over at Foolish Mortals and Happy Haunts, he sent us his thoughts. So he said park hoppers are a waste of time, the Disney dining plan is a waste of money, and Mickey pretzels aren't that bad. So I totally agree with the Disney dining plan. I do think it's a waste of money because you really have to like math it out to make sure that you're getting your money's
Yeah.
worth. So it's not the most convenient thing. Now, if you get it free with like a vacation package or something, of course, take it. Um, I think in Disney World, I would agree that kind of park hoppers, not that they're a waste of time, but there are plenty to do in each park that if you're on a budget, like you can go without
Like
park
it's not
hoppers.
worth
Yeah.
it.
But I think it's the Mickey pretzels that aren't that bad. I don't think there's ever been a time that I'm like, I'm craving a Mickey pretzel.
What?
Let me go get one.
I have.
When?
Ooh.
I do. Sometimes, you know me, I am not a sweet person. I'm a savory person.
Okay,
And
that's
again, I
true.
tend to eat a lot of churros. So the Mickey pretzel is what balances me out. And yes, sometimes I have it with that nasty plastic cheese, and it's delicious.
God,
And when they're hot
no.
and soft and salty, I love it.
Yeah, but what if they're not? What if you get one that's like been sitting there all day and you're like, actually, this one's
Oh,
gross?
Maybe I've never had one that wasn't good.
Okay. Well, anyway.
yeah. I think you're also talking to two like gluten intolerant girlies who are like,
Right.
we know what it's going to do to our
It's
system.
fair.
So to us, like, we don't want to actually have gluten unless it's like wedding cake good. Like, we're like, I will
Yeah.
literally have I will have my friends try it first. And I'm like, is it good? Like, good, good?
Is it
Yeah.
worth it?
And yeah, and I agree with Ashley. Rarely, if ever, does a Mickey pretzel hit
Yeah. I'm
to that
at no
level.
point am I like, oh,
I
this
know
is
what
exactly
she
what
was
I wanted.
actually
Like,
sorry.
I
yeah.
kind of like them.
I'm not like on the hater train because there are people who are like,
Yeah.
no, Mickey pretzels are the worst. I'm not saying they're the worst, but to say they're not that bad, I'm like, I don't know.
Here's okay, so we all went to Very Merry
They're
together. We
bad.
were eating a
We
lot of
did.
cookies.
Yes,
And at one of the stations back in the little circus land, they gave you a pretzel.
it was cold. It was not
And
I
warm.
at
don't
what point
care.
did I reach at what point
Yeah.
did I give you mine? There was
And I
a
ate
point.
that
I think
one
I bit
too,
off
and it
his
was
head.
great.
I bit off his head and I was like, yeah, this is all I can eat. And then I was like, here you go, Jake, you finish it.
Like,
Like
I don't want
that
this.
is, yeah, again,
Oh,
going back to like, I have to be very picky about what the gluten I put in my
valid.
body and the
That's a
amount
good
of
one.
gluten that I put in my body. And they just haven't
Yeah.
ever hit.
You know, I'm outvoted, and that's fine. I respect it. Those are valid reasons, so it's fine.
But the other
Ashley, the
things I
floor
agree
is
with on
yours.
Justin too. But I mean,
Oh
the
yeah.
other things like Justin had the two other points. I agree with him and I
Yeah.
agree with what Ashley said. Even with my clients, I always say like, hey, if you want the dining package, just make sure it works for you. Or like right now
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
kids eat free, like
Yes,
that
exactly.
is something you want
Yep.
to like get on because
Yes.
that especially the quick service dining
Hmm.
plan because your
Yeah.
kids eat for free and they're mostly going to just eat the chicken nuggies and the
Yep.
pizza
Yep.
and whatever. And guess what? That's already paid for and they're
Yep.
free. And so then if you run up and you get a refillable drink and mug and all this stuff and a little
Hmm.
snack, then to me, believe me, that pays for itself. So yeah, look for the deal, but it just by itself, full price.
Yeah.
No.
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 Oh, is it
Okay.
my turn again?
It
It
is
No, is
your
it your
turn
is.
turn?
again.
Oh gosh. Okay. Flight of Passage is a skip.
What?
Whoa.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Okay.
That didn't come from me because I love that ride.
I do
That
too. Um, can I go? Like for
Yep.
me, like
oh,
that again, I am a Star Wars guy. I love Rise of the Resistance. I thought that was the best ride I've ever been on, followed very closely by Harry Potter in Hogwarts Castle. However, when I went on Flight of Passage, I had to literally like pinch myself to remind myself that I was not in that world. Like it's that immersive and it was that kind of experience for me. Like as much as I'm kind of on the fence about Avatar in general, like that might be the best ride I've ever been on, period.
Hmm. And see, for me, so I think I've only been on Flight of Passage maybe twice, but that's only because of
mm,
like my motion sickness. When it gets that immersive, when it is that, 3D simulator, I can get motion sickness. So the first time I went on, I had like my band, I had all the things. I probably had to close my eyes like 60% of the time. So I was like, okay, this ride was just like okay for me, but that's just me personally. The second time it went much better, but I will agree that like immersive yeah, it is so immersive. I mean, I don't know. How can you say that that's
I
a
mean,
skip?
have we skipped it before? Yes, because maybe we didn't want to pay for it and it was just a busy day. But
Correct.
I will always make that a priority to ride
Yes.
in Animal Kingdom.
Yes.
I
no,
don't know.
same. I
Yeah.
took my mom. My mom. I took her to Disney. last year, 2 years ago, and she missed
Yeah.
a few of the rides coming out. She missed Tron, she missed Guardians of the Galaxy, Cosmic Rewind,
Mm.
and that one. And I took her on all three in the same day because I'm sorry, like if you come with me and you're gonna spend the money, just hold on to my belt loop. Like we're gonna go. We're
We're
gonna park
going.
open and park close. And I took her on it, and it was the longest line that we waited in. And she was even like, "Are we there yet? Are we there yet?" Like she was like
Sure.
a little kid, right? And we get off, and she looked at me, and I mean, I could tell it was by far her favorite ride. She looks at me, and she goes, "All right, I want a banshee." Like she wanted a banshee.
Yes.
She was like very much
Love
like Flynn
it.
Rider was like, "Yeah, guys, I'm convinced. I want a castle." Like it was like
Yeah.
she was convinced.
I
Life
love it.
is good, and so to me to say that that's a skip, I was like. Ooh,
Yeah.
That is
it's just
hot.
Yeah.
it's spicy. It's a spicy
Yeah.
meatball.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Well, I'm glad we're all on the same page on that because again, like,
Yeah.
I mean, that ride is incredible. It really
Yeah. Oh,
is.
yeah.
So, all right. This one comes from our friend Disneyverse Ryan. So you know it's going to
Oh
be
God.
rational
Oh,
and just perfectly
totally.
reasonable in every way.
Totally.
Oh boy, I'm getting nervous about to say this, y'all. Don't come at me. This is not mine, okay? Life is a Highway is a garbage song. And Mission Space is a great ride. Everyone is just a little wimp. Discuss.
Just where to begin?
I don't know, Ashley. What was your favorite band for most of your adolescence and
No,
college life?
it's true. I mean, Rascal Flatts was my absolute favorite band. I saw them probably like 12 times in concert. I met them. Like, Life is a Highway is amazing. And I will say that, I mean, again, I'm biased because I love them, but like, I think it's better than the original. But I, I don't know. It's like the whole theme of Cars. I feel like it's like the theme of Pixar. How can you say that it's a horrible song?
Well, that's one of those songs, and this doesn't happen very often in film, but like you open with a song that's a really good song, like Sheryl Crow's Real Gone, you know,
Yeah.
it gets you
Yeah.
like amped, you're in the vibe. But yet, Life is a Highway is the song
That
that is
is
synonymous with cars.
the song.
It's wild.
Yeah.
And also Mission Space. What? I went on that ride maybe once and I was like, okay, I'm not missing much. Like even when we took my mom for the first time, we were like, you don't have to go on Mission Space. You're not missing anything.
Speaking of skips,
Yeah. And she's like, oh, okay. I trust you. So I don't know.
Ashley, your thoughts?
Yeah, no, I mean, Mission Space is a skip for me. Like, sorry about you. Like, green, I'll go on. If like there's little kids who want to hit the buttons and feel cute. I actually did it recently. It was cute. Um, Orange, like you have to lock in and you just have to be prepared. And
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not vibing with that. That
No.
is a skip for me, especially because I love, tequila in Mexico and I'm not doing both of
So
those
you're already
together.
like
So
prepped for it.
But part of me is
yeah, I'm
like,
like,
if you want like that immersive ride and you want to hit buttons, then go on Smuggler's Run. It's way better than Mission Space. You hit buttons there too.
Yeah.
yeah, I also don't like that one either. I guess I'm anti hitting buttons, I guess. Like
You're like, no, you entertain me. Don't make me
Don't
entertain
make me
myself.
work.
yeah, I think
I
maybe
pay
that's my
you,
thing is
Disney.
yeah, you hit your own buttons. What making me work? What the heck? It's like self-checkout.
Oh dear. And Life
Um,
is a
and Life is
Highway?
a Highway.
Thoughts?
Life is a Highway is too iconic, and I agree with Ashley. It's actually one of the rare songs that is better than
Yeah.
the original.
Yeah.
I also am a huge Rascal Flatts like junkie. Like at this point, can we just call us junkies? Like, I mean, I feel like if you're our age and you grew up on that, like
Yeah.
it is a vibe. There's no one who's driving and that song comes on and is like, I'm gonna turn it. No,
Yeah.
you're
Not a
jamming
single
out, and you
person.
might even
Well,
roll
there's
down the
one.
windows.
Well, yeah, apparently one.
You
One, and his
will,
name is Ryan, and he
Ryan.
hates fun.
He's grumpy.
He's grumpy. Oh dear.
Okay, well, we have another hot take from Disneyverse. This is from Stellar K22. Says that Star Wars is the GOAT, best thing in Hollywood studios.
Star Wars?
Oh, Star Tours.
Star
Sorry.
Tours.
Sorry, Star Tours.
Star Tours.
Star Tours is the GOAT, best thing in Hollywood studios.
No, no.
Just,
I'm sorry. I love you,
just no.
Shannon. I love you. No, okay. If you were, if you, no, yeah. I'm like, well, and then I'm like, nope, there's this ride, and nope, there's this ride. And like you're gonna say that with like Tower of Terror there, Rock and Roller Coaster, Mickey Minnie's Railway, Rise of the Resistance, Slinky Dog. I will say I like it way better. Like I love Star Tours. I love it more than the Smuggler's Run. I
Right.
not
That's
again
fair.
anti-button pushing. So
Right.
maybe
Right.
that's just
That's
me.
fair.
I mean,
Yeah.
no. I'm
Well,
sorry. I love you though, but what are you
I,
You're
doing?
wrong.
I'm
I
sorry.
love
That was
watching your
actually
face
like
and like look at you trying to, how can I professionally say this? And um again, I love Star Wars, but uh, here's the thing. I think Star Tours is better now that they added a few more videos to it because like
yeah.
for a while
Oh,
there was
yeah.
only three, maybe five, six versions,
That's
and
right.
now there's a lot more. And I
Mm.
think like once they added in new versions, I got excited about it again for the first time in years, which tells me I was kind
Hmm.
of like, if there's not a long line, I'll ride it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's cool, especially considering like how old of an attraction it is, like that it still hasn't changed other than like they made some new
The
videos for
video.
it, but the technology and everything, like that's impressive. And I love the big AT-AT out front, like that's all cool, but again, Runaway Railway, Slinky Dog
Yeah.
Dash, Smuggler's Run, not so much, but Rise of the Resistance, Tower of Terror. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Shannon. I think you're on an island on this one. But we
Very
love
lonely island.
but we love you.
We do love you. Yes.
Yeah.
And I will go ride it with you whenever you're
Sure.
there. But number one, no. I'll say it's number one for you. We'll
Yeah.
go that
There
way.
you go. Oh, Ashley, it's
Oh,
you again.
okay. That is me. Ratatouille is the worst Pixar movie.
Whoa. Whoa,
Wow.
okay.
Wow.
This one might be the hottest of all. That is a wild take.
Wow.
I I know that there are some people who don't love Ratatouille.
So say, is it my favorite? No. But is it the worst? Absolutely not.
It's
I
you're
know.
saying it's worse than Onward or Luca or help me like Elio like
Well, even
Turning
like,
Red.
yeah. Yep.
Turning Red.
Even like Elemental wasn't like my favorite. It was cute, but again, like not my
I do like
favorite.
Elemental
sure.
though.
But better than
Soul.
Ratatouille. Soul. Oh
Oh,
gosh,
yeah.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
love that
Sorry.
one.
I know a
No,
lot of people
and
like that movie, but
they
no.
do. And I appreciate its place in like the filmography, of whatever it is, but
Yeah.
I thought Ratatouille was actually really great, and it was still part of like that Pixar run where
Hmm.
it did something different. Like we never looked at a rat in that way. Just like with Cars, we never looked at them as having
Hmm.
personalities or having a world. It was
Yeah.
kind of like this
A rat kid.
revolutionary
Yeah.
new story. Like
Yeah.
it was fun. Oh
Yeah.
boy, that's wild. That is
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
That's why I had to put it on there. It was a hot one.
I mean, that is a take. I mean, again, and I get it if it's not your favorite, if it's not your particular flavor of cheese, but to be the worst one they've ever made,
Flavor of cheese?
because rats.
I got it.
Okay.
Okay. Moving on.
Well, this one comes from our good friend Monorail Rye, and he's got plenty of takes, but this one I thought was very, very interesting and entertaining and worth discussing. So, the ECVs, the little electronic sit down scooters, should not be permitted unless there is a legitimate reason. Stop letting drunk Epcot people rent ECVs to drink around the world.
No,
I,
Monorail Rye. Look, I did it once with you, Monorail Rye. Don't tell on me. I'm just kidding. I'm
Whoa!
kidding. I'm kidding.
He's
I'm
like,
kidding. I did it.
was that
That
a
was a
shot
joke.
fired at
That was a
Ashley?
joke. That was a joke.
Oh man. I mean,
Um,
where do you start with this? Because it's hard. You can't.
I guess where I want to start is that actually a thing? Like, do people do that?
I mean, it's essentially like, riding through a grocery store. You just
I
got like a cart that you can just keep stacking marks as you go around the World Showcase.
I
But
get it, but I'm like, do
yeah.
people actually do that?
I wouldn't put it past them, but it's always kind of a dangerous gray area when you start like carding people for disabilities. Can we say that? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
sir, but you don't look like you need this.
Yeah. Can't do that.
Well,
But
yeah. Well, like even like our friend, she wore the wrong shoes and she got a really
Okay,
bad blister, like almost her whole
sure.
heel opened up, like it was
ew.
bad.
Ooh,
And she couldn't put like any socks on or any pressure on that
right.
heel, so we had to get her a wheelchair. Like we were with her, so
Yeah.
we were able to push her, but if she was by herself, she would need the ECV.
Hmm.
So
Right.
that's where, yeah. And again, like total able body, young, but
Yeah.
circumstances being.
No,
Circumstance. Yes, thank you.
yeah. I don't.
I don't know,
Oh,
but yeah, I mean, are you like, do you need a breathalyzer? Are we putting breathalyzers on the ECVs? Like, maybe that's what needs to happen. Maybe.
Like,
ma'am,
sorry, we have someone over here with a broken foot that like actually needs it.
ma'am, you
Yeah,
you blew too
exactly.
high. You cannot
Yeah,
drive
no,
anymore.
try.
Oh, could you imagine? Could you imagine if like you did qualify for it and then you like went and drank and then you couldn't start it again? Like you had to wait. Like you're like stuck in France, just like I can't. I have to wait an hour until I can blow into my ECV.
Oh my
And
gosh.
like, you're just
Crying.
sad. You're just out there sitting with a Remy thing, just by yourself with a fountain.
Just a baguette, just munching on it.
Just sad
Try.
with the worst Pixar movie, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh, thank you, Monorail
Maybe
Rock. That
that's the
was.
solution.
Oh
Because I
man.
agree, like you shouldn't also be like using one of those if you're inebriated because they actually go pretty fast.
No, I mean,
And
yeah.
I mean, we've all had
and they're
ankles
I
taken.
heavy.
was gonna say, I don't want, yeah, I don't want my ankle broken.
Oh gosh.
Right.
You good?
I don't even know.
It was a good
Might
one.
need an ECV.
My gosh. Okay.
Oh boy.
Moving on.
Okay.
Where am I? Okay, this next one comes from one of our favorite Dinglehoppers, Katie. She said that the Disney parks now require too much strategy in order to do all the things you want to do. When spontaneity is penalized and planning is mandatory, the magic and wonder dies. And I mean, we kind of had a hot take very similar to this. I think it was you, Jake, that had
Yeah.
mentioned it in our first episode about just like technology and being so much
Like
attached to our phones.
handcuffed to your phone. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I tend to agree. And it's especially I feel like it's the annual pass holders too that sometimes suffer from that too. I mean, you have the whole reservation system and it's especially in Disneyland. It's like, "Oh, I'm an annual pass holder, but I can't decide today that I want to go
Yeah.
because I now have to have a reservation." So, I get it, the spontaneity. You've
Yeah.
kind of lost that. It's you have to plan well in advance.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree. And I don't like it either. I mean, I don't like it's so expensive, but also it is so expensive, right? So you want to get your money's worth. I
Yeah.
always tell my clients, hey, sit down with your family and come up with like your top three things that you want to do.
Hmm.
There you go.
And
Yeah.
also check to make sure that they're up and and then have a few backups in case those don't happen. And just know that they're not all going to happen. I think expectation
Yeah.
and reality tend to not meet, and when that happens, that's when disappointment happens, right? It's like I expected to do everything. Like my clients who call me and say I want to do everything, I'm like, well, you're not going to, and
Unless
I'll
you
Yeah.
tell
get a
you why.
VIP tour guide.
Yeah.
But not even that. I worked there and I lived there and I still haven't done everything. I think of
Yeah.
all the you went fishing, think of all the
Yeah.
different like everything you can do there.
Hmm.
It's
Always
like so
something
it's like
new to
what
do.
works for you and your family, and
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
like create space to have spontaneity. Create space to like go get a treat or go explore a resort. But I agree,
Mm.
that's where the magic really does lie. And unfortunately we are kind of handcuffed to the
Yeah.
phone, which is making
Yeah.
it hard to live through
Yeah.
that.
Well, and maybe this is a hot take
Hmm.
based on that, but I would maybe think that a lot of that spontaneity kind of started disappearing with the old fast pass system. As soon as you were like tied to a specific plan, like, oh, we have to get back here at this time.
Mm,
Like you kind of lost like, hey, we're just going where the adventure takes us, where the
hmm
magic guides us to go, or we're just gonna sit here and kind of rotate through and ride rides as we go through kind of a circle or cycle. And now you kind of see like this roller coaster of wait times because the crowd just rushes from
mm,
point to point rather than like flowing around and
yeah,
everyone just kind of taking it in. So
yeah.
maybe the fast passes are to blame after all.
The spawn. They're the beginning. They're the origin story of evil. Fast
Yes, that's
passes.
right. That's how all the Disney villain adults were created, was the fast
Yeah,
pass.
probably. That's
Oh,
our
yes.
villain origin story as Disney adults.
That's right.
Fast passes.
Fast passes.
I like
That's
it.
where it all went downhill.
So,
All right. Ashley, you're
oh,
up.
okay, this is silver. This is number two. This is podium
Okay.
stuff.
Okay.
Ooh. The entire land pavilion in Epcot is horrible and should be removed immediately, including living with the land, Soarin', and all of the character dining.
Soren too?
Okay.
Everything gone.
What if you had me until you mentioned Soren? Like, I honestly don't know that that's that terrible of a take. And I love living with the land, by the way. I think it's fun, not because it's thrilling or anything, but it's like, it's kind of your rest and recharge moment in
No,
Epcot.
and we actually had a hot take that was very similar to that, but it was just living with the land and just said that ride has to
It
go.
needs to be updated or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's
Yes, we
boring.
did have one very similar to that.
But to get rid of the whole land pavilion, including Soren,
Mhm.
huh?
Yeah, so I mean, Garden Grill, because that's right there and that's character dining. I mean, we went there for breakfast. Like, it wasn't my favorite, but it
It
was
was
still
fun.
fun. Yeah, and
It's the
it's
only
a
place you can meet
rotating.
Chip and Dale.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's true.
absolutely. And it was fun that you're like, oh no, the restaurant is moving.
Yeah,
Like
it's like,
it's
yeah.
cool.
So, yeah, to take that out and then to take Soren out, and I don't know, living with the land is hard. Like I enjoy it, especially if it's a hot summer day. You're like, let me just go inside. Let me just sit down for like 10, 15 minutes because that rides, I don't know, like
Yeah,
at least 10.
right.
So it's a great way to relax. But yeah, to say to take the entire pavilion, that's yeah, I don't know.
Well, and I think that for me, living with the land is kind of like the Zen room, when you just need to
Mm.
like have a
You need to
break.
relax, yeah.
And it's very relaxing, I think, to go in there and see all the plants growing and the perfectly manicured sand lines and stuff. Like it just
Huh.
it pleases my little OCD heart. I'm like,
I mean,
can relax.
sunshine seasons could go. Like put something else in there. I'd be
Yeah.
fine with that, but I don't
I don't know.
know.
I don't know.
I thought
But
it was I thought it was spicy. I thought there was a lot like there's a lot of like living with the land stands. Like they
Oh
there,
yeah.
yeah, for
they love
sure.
it. I
People will
don't get the hype
riot.
either. I mean, I respect the hype. I don't
Right.
understand it fully, but I
Well, and I
appreciate it,
think
Gina. I'm talking to you.
Yes.
well, and I think the Christmas overlay too brings in a whole like when it has the
Yes.
Oh
glimmering
yeah, yeah.
lights. Yeah, so I
That's
think that
cool.
Showing
brings a whole new excitement to it. But
Well, and I'll say
yeah.
this, like Soren, I think is still a ride that when people of all ages go on it, they get off and they're like, "Oh my gosh, that was so cool."
yeah.
Like there was that video on Instagram that was making the rounds last fall of
Oh
like the
yeah, the
grandma that
grandma.
went on
Yeah.
it, and I was like, "Oh," she's like, ah. She's just
I
loving
mean,
it so
Soren
much.
walked. Yeah, I mean, Soren walked so that Flight of Passage could fly, literally.
Oh,
Amen.
totally. Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Like,
Without a doubt.
so, but yeah, I just thought that that was spicy, and again,
There
I
would be
had to put it on there
riots.
because, yeah.
Yeah, there would be riots. All right, so here it is. This is my last one. And this one's interesting because there's not a lot of context to it, but I think I know where he's going with this. So, Dinglehopper Marcus said Disney shows and movies need to grow up. Bluey has proved this. So, obviously, Bluey's super popular with the kids, and it's got like this little magical formula they figured out to do like little 8-minute segments,
hmm
and it'll just play for hours on end. But
Yes.
I think where he's going with this is like Bluey actually plays pretty heavily into some serious topics and themes from both kids'
Mhm.
perspectives and parents'
Hmm.
perspectives. And it's kind of why it works so much is because they're talking about real things.
Hmm.
And it's not perfect and it's not always like the happy ending. I mean, they usually end well, but it's kind of just real.
Well, and we've cried during a Bluey episode
I
before.
know.
So, yeah, to your point, like it speaks to the children and the adults.
Yeah.
Mm. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't know what you meant in the beginning. I thought you meant like the characters needed to grow up. Like we need to
Mm.
see like follow their lives like
Yeah,
post
yeah, yeah.
happily ever after. And I was like, oh, okay. But then no, I totally agree what it means. Like we need more adult themes. Like we grew up with it as 90s kids. Like some of the
Yeah.
stuff we were, I mean, granted it was like Jesse Spano on, caffeine pills,
Right,
but
right.
but
Truth.
same idea. But like same idea, and I completely agree. I 100% agree.
Well, and I think that
That
to your point,
it's
Ashley, we used to have that. And
Mm.
like maybe that was just the quality of the storytelling. And I don't think
Hmm.
it's just Disney. I think in general, our entertainment has kind of gotten away from that. That just like the stories aren't as good. Like movies aren't as compelling anymore. They're more about like, hey, we're gonna just continue to drill in like the high point of this and then have a lot of explosions and action and whatever, and there you're entertained. But there was a time when you would go and the storyline would just grip you for that hour and a half and then you were just like that
Hmm.
was a solid experience for me. And now it's like, well, if it isn't something like over the top exaggerated, there really isn't any soul to it at
Hmm.
all. And I think
yeah,
Bluey kind of brought that back because like a lot of the cartoons, the animation, everything, it just kind of seemed how quickly can we package this
Yeah.
and send it
Yeah.
out on the line
yeah,
because we're just trying to throw out as much content as possible and we lost the quality.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's crazy too, because like I was doing an episode with Ryan and Into the Disneyverse,
Yeah.
and we were talking about Tailspin,
Yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah.
which hello, we loved that growing up, banger of a song and all this stuff. And we were talking about the
Absolutely.
different characters and everything, and I was like, wait, Shere Khan's in here too. I remember Shere Khan
Yeah.
being in there. And he was big business. He was the big
Oh yeah.
corporation, and Baloo was the little guy and
Hmm.
like the privately owned, like self-owned business. And I'm like, and he was the villain. And I'm like, we're
I
just not
know.
going to talk about the fact that like Disney actually put out like big corporation is bad.
I
And
know.
it's so nuts to me right now. And then like
Yeah.
they ordered 65 episodes and it was like quality and they learned how to draw planes and through the sky and what
Yeah.
it looks like to cut through clouds. And it's like 65 episodes you ordered before the first one was ever out. And here we
Hmm.
Yeah.
are, we're getting 8 episodes now, and then we have to wait 2 years for the next 8 episodes. It's so ridiculous. Like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
totally agree. But I also think that you can talk to kids about things that will affect them later in life
Yep.
on a kid level that then you can talk to them about because maybe they're thinking things or feeling ways and that helped them express that way. And I think having
Yeah.
another avenue or knowing that that's okay or knowing like, oh, I can talk about this, I think is very important.
Hmm.
I think I mean, obviously let parents parent. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like, but an outlet would be,
Yeah.
nice. I mean, look at the way that we dealt with as 90s kids' death. I mean, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mufasa's dad,
That's true.
Bambi's mom,
Yep.
Yeah. You saw it
you know,
actually, not the
I
actual
know.
moment that they died, but like you saw the
Yeah.
trauma as it was
Hmm.
unfolding and
Yeah.
then you learned to process it.
Hmm.
Right, exactly. And what does
Yeah.
that mean? And like, I just don't feel
Yeah.
like we're getting that anymore.
Yeah. I
That got
agree.
deep.
I know.
I
That got
did.
deep quick. I
It
like
is.
it though.
Yeah. Okay, so my last one is from Chris, also over at the Disneyverse. The Avatar franchise is only great because we are force-fed to think so.
Whoa.
Oh.
I mean, you're talking about the
Mhm.
highest grossing films of all
Yeah.
time. Um,
Yeah.
I mean, I will be the first to admit that I'm not the biggest Avatar fan, but I don't know. And I think some Disneyland people would argue like Avatar's going to Disneyland. And people are like, we didn't ask for this. want this, like put
Right.
something else in our park. So I kind of understand that where it's like they are pushing it, I think, a little more than people want. But I don't know. I mean, I think it's great in Animal Kingdom.
Hmm.
And I think the movie played very well into that, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'd argue that's the most incredible land that Disney's
Oh,
ever
yeah.
built.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
mean, I remember being there when we had Camp Mini Mickey, right? So that's what
Yeah.
Mm.
what took over Avatar. Um, and all of us said the same thing, like Avatar, this movie that came
Yeah.
out what at that point like 10 years ago, we're like, who watches that anymore? It's a good movie, but like why are we not watching
Yeah.
it again?
Yeah.
And then they shut all of it down and it's all the, construction walls, and we all were just we did it. We were like, oh, this is so whatever. And then we got to see it, and then all of
Hmm.
us quickly were like, nope, Disney did it again. And that's what
Wow.
I
Yeah.
think we all want back, right? Is like the quality of like, the floating mountains and this, or the
Hmm.
Hmm.
bioluminescence at night.
Hmm.
And it's just like, this is the most interactive, beautiful thing ever. Um, so that's a hot take because I would agree that I think as a movie franchise, it's, it's not one that I'm putting in as even my top five of like franchises,
Hmm.
but
Yeah.
I can't deny going in that world is
Hmm.
you don't feel like you're in Central Florida.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Definitely.
And it's to me it's one of the most interactive, beautiful
Yeah.
lands.
Yeah.
So that's a spicy one. I like that as the number one. What do you guys think?
So I will say this, and when Avatar came out, I was in college and I was working a job doing security systems and like home automation things. And so I think there's a point to this and why it's worth mentioning because that was right around the time that like flat screen, high definition TVs were at their
Mm.
peak.
Yeah.
Like they were getting really big and super expensive.
Mm.
And that's when Avatar came out. And with the technology that they used, it was groundbreaking.
Hmm.
And I think they just caught lightning in a bottle. And because it came out when it did, with the timing of like home technology on theaters and TVs and everything else, it kind of just exploded. And so I do think it's incredible movie, wise, and it's good. It's great storytelling and everything, but like it kind of just caught the wave and
Hmm.
ended up like hitting a home run or almost like went out of the park when it should have just been like a double or a triple.
Hmm.
But it's
Yeah.
kind of still rode that, and like again, it was the or it still is the highest grossing film of all time, the first one.
I think so. Yeah.
And now I think to Chris's point, like, yeah, we kind of are like, well, you're supposed to love it because it's Avatar, but also like you have to understand at the time, it was a thing. Like
Yeah.
everyone was going to Avatar in the theater and it was going multiple times and
Yeah.
it was seeing something that they'd never seen before
Yeah.
in a movie theater and at home at the same time. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I
Maybe
agree.
that's it.
Yeah. I agree.
But I still think, Ashley, to your point, like I wish I could have experienced that, knowing what Camp Mickey was. And it was probably very special and nostalgic. And then to take down the walls and be like,
Yep.
oh, okay, well,
Got it.
you guys crushed it.
Yeah.
Well, and that's what I'm hoping they do at Disneyland. Like I said that
Yeah.
to say I really hope, because I don't want Monsters Inc. to go away in that whole like area. Like
Hmm.
I'm sad that that area is going, but if they can do it correctly,
Yeah.
there's nothing I love more than eating my own words when it comes to Disney. Like, I can't believe they're
Yeah.
doing this. And then it's better, right? Like when they did it with Tower of Terror and Guardians, and I was like, I can't believe they're doing this. This is the stupidest thing. Tower of Terror should never be touched. And I like arms crossed in the line the whole time. Like people forced me on there. I was like, I'm not gonna like it. Like I'm not gonna like. And then I went on. I was like, dang it, Disney, you did it again. I loved
Darn
it.
it.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I want that to happen so much
Yeah.
for Guardian or for
Avatar.
Avatar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
for sure.
really, really would love that for y'all because
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want it.
All right, girl.
Oh
Wrap it
gosh.
up. Bring
Last
us
one.
bring us home. Just in case anybody's not
Okay.
upset enough.
Okay.
Let's
Well, speaking of Guardians, but not that Guardians, my Guardians. I call it my Guardians like I own it. I don't own it. We always do, West Coast, East Coast thing.
yeah.
Uh Ellen was better than Guardians Cosmic Rewind.
Whoa. I don't know that I have ever heard that.
Mm-mm. No.
And I know that Guardians I okay, so my hot take is I think Guardians is overhyped. I do love it, and I
What?
think it's really cool, but I do think people get like super hyped on it, and I think there's a way to like strategize your way around it rather than like to build your whole day around this one single experience and like it's all or
Mm.
nothing, you know?
Mm.
Hmm.
But that being said, I mean, Guardians is the big ticket ride of that land, you know?
I feel
Like
like of
That
Epcot,
park,
that
yeah.
is,
really.
yeah,
Of
Yeah.
no,
that
for
park.
sure. Like
Walt Disney World, like
that's the
people,
flight
yeah.
of passage of Epcot. That's the Tron
Yeah.
of Epcot. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I didn't think anybody even talked about Ellen anymore.
Right.
That's I don't know. I never rode Ellen though, to be fair. So like maybe I don't get a say in this because I never rode Ellen.
Think I did once.
What
Think
was
I
it?
did
I don't even know
once.
what it was.
I don't remember.
It's
See?
the only ride. It's the only ride I actually fell asleep in.
Okay, well,
Right. Being honest. And actually, that's maybe why you don't remember it either.
I was like, I'm trying to remember because like I'm pretty sure I was on it, but then when you were like, what was it about? And I was like, you know, I couldn't tell you.
It was like a big like car thing, and like you went through like energy and what energy meant, and like there was dinosaurs. I think Bill Nye was in there at one point. I don't even remember. Like again, I slept through it. To
That's
me,
wild.
you're gonna say that that's better than Guardians, even if you
There's
think
no
Guardians is
way.
mid.
No
I
way.
know it was a thing. I was on. I like
Wow.
anonymous. All of mine
No,
are anonymouses.
that is the hottest take.
So with this, I think maybe some of that could be too like Walt Disney World people get all up in their feels over stuff that was taken away. Like they just don't like it.
Yes.
Hmm.
Like don't take our stuff away, but also we want new things, you know?
Yeah.
It's hard. I feel like
Well, I told you
Disneyland people like adapt a little better, but I mean again, like everyone's still hung up on Bugs Land. So, you know,
flag on
it's
the play.
not
Flag on the play.
okay,
Where's
let's
my
go.
flag?
Throw
Because
it.
you are telling me, because I wrote this and I remember looking at my friend when I went to Disneyland last time and I looked at It's a Small World and there's actual cardboard cutouts and little just springy things for grass. And I looked and I said, if they ever gave this to us now, we would riot as a new
I don't
attraction.
disagree
But
with
if they
you.
ever touched it, but if they ever touched it,
Mm,
if they came out and said, we're getting rid of It's a Small World from Disneyland, y- I, you would, there's no way. What would you
okay.
do?
I see where you're going with this. I will back up a little bit and say there is a cluster of untouchables in Disneyland, and I think you're right. And I think maybe what it
Yeah.
is they just never have touched those. So does Ellen count as an untouchable? You know, does the Great Movie Ride count as an untouchable in Walt Disney
Well, it
World? I'd argue
was.
that was an upgrade. It was fun, but again, I never got to experience it. And there are people that in
Yeah.
their feelings are like, how dare you ever take that away from
Oh
us?
yeah, people are still mad about the Great Movie Ride.
Yeah. So maybe they just haven't
Yeah,
stepped
Yeah.
over that line in Disneyland the same way that they
yeah,
have in Disney World. I digress. I'll take my
agreed.
penalty.
But that is also why I like in the tavern me showing old ride POVs and stuff because
Yes.
sometimes
Hmm.
you forget and sometimes
Yep.
you make it way better in your head than what it really was. You're like, oh yeah. Because a lot of people rioted over the upgraded Little Mermaid show. They
Hmm.
hated it and
Oh,
whatever. And I redid it and I was like, oh no, no, it actually is better. Like, yes, there's some weird animation and whatever,
sure.
like Barbie animation that they got into that I was like, ah, they didn't need to go there. But as far I mean, they actually told the story of Ariel and Eric. Like you didn't get it in the
Yeah.
other
Hmm.
one. And they actually did they added Kiss the Girl, they added this gorgeous
Nice.
Hmm.
animatronic. They made her look like she's actually swimming as opposed to
So
like
cool.
them just pushing her on a rock. Like it really like I mean, there's sometimes where it's like, guys, it was made in the early 90s and it looked like it. And it was,
Yeah.
again, are we chasing our own nostalgia
Yeah.
and not the times? And that's I think that's the hard line that Disney has to walk is like keeping magic and nostalgia, but also like still moving on and like
Hmm.
Hmm.
reimagining stuff,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, you
like
got to
Tom
keep
Sawyer's
things
Island.
fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like Tom Sawyer's Island, beautiful. I'm so sad I will never look at it again. I mean, I wrote it like 3 times in my life. It
Yeah.
just wasn't my, like, I have to write it thing. And again, beautiful, but we're gonna get another Cars Land and Villains Land because of it being removed. Like, can I join the
Feels kind of
construction
like
team and
a,
help?
yeah, feels like a fair trade-off. But again,
Yeah,
that battle of
nostalgia.
personal feeling, nostalgia. So
Yeah.
this was good. This was fun. And I am glad that these were not our hot takes and we could
Yeah.
just like critique them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Right.
as a reminder, these are not our hot takes. And again, sorry
Right.
for the ones that I got a little feisty on because I was like, no, no, there are things in there.
Yeah.
And I feel like all of us feel that way, right? But that's what a hot take
Totally.
is. If you guys are mad at the way we receive said hot takes, feel free to go back and listen to our part one, and
Yeah.
you can ream us for all of our hot takes because
Yeah.
those were actually our hot takes.
Yes.
Yes, they
But
were.
Yeah.
but yeah, I loved it. I think it was super fun. I loved hearing other people their take on it and then us really discussing it and going like, well, maybe that's a thing or maybe that has some legs or well,
Right.
kind of. So I loved it.
Yeah.
So good.
Always. I always
Well,
love being
Ashley,
on here with
thank you
y'all.
so much for coming on. We love having you. And again, we are
Yeah.
so grateful for your partnership as well.
Yeah.
Thank you for taking such great care of us on our vacations, as well as vacations to our friends now, and putting this whole
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
cruise getaway together. We are so pumped about that. Before you go, just remind everybody where they can find you and what we ought to be doing every Tuesday night.
Yes, yes. So you can find me on any of my socials at Adventure Waits by Ashley. If you want any type of pricing or quotes for any Disney trips, it's going to be adventurewaitsbyashley@gmail.com. And on Twitch every Tuesday, I'm the Theme Park Tavern. That is how you will find me. You won't find me at Adventure Waits by Ashley, but the Theme Park Tavern. And that's going to be every Tuesday from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern. We have a blast. We'd love to have you guys in. And it gets, like I said, it gets rowdy. If you get to come in, this week or next month, actually, we're going to be doing some fun stuff for what is that with the leprechaun? What is that?
Oh, St.
Give me
Patrick's
the
Day.
Yes, thank you. So, St. Patrick's Day stuff. Look, you
It'll be
guys,
great.
I'm not look, it's just it's been a day. But yeah, so we're doing some St. Patrick's Day stuff. So every month I try and do something themed. And you get to it's very white elephant gift stuff. You get to steal things and do things, and it's very
Awesome.
interactive with the chat. So it's super fun. Super excited to have you guys. I love you guys. You guys are so fun,
We love
and I
you
can't
too.
wait to have everyone on the cruise in September.
Yes.
Can't wait.
That's it for this week's episode. Don't forget to rate our show on Apple or Spotify or wherever you listen to podcasts. Subscribe to support our show on Patreon. Check out our t-shirt shop, Shop Threads of Imagination. And until next wonderful Wednesday, TTFN.